Hello. I want to go a little bit over a few things that we are going to do on Rosh Hashanah just to remind ourselves and not forget everything. Okay, we already talked a little bit about the shofar, the shechianu. So there is a custom on the eve of Rosh Hashanah to constitute like a bed din in the synagogue and to do something that is called atarat nedarim, to nullify vows that we did past year between us and Hashem. Of course, not between us and human parties. If something like that happened, we have to talk with the people and resolve all the things that we have to we left unresolved. Yes. And of course, there is a custom also to visit graves of parents or righteous people. And women usually light candles, the same like they light candles on Shabbat, 2 candles, and they bless Ladlik Ner Shel Yom Tov instead of Ner Shel Shabbat. It's very important to, because this next week, yes, on Sunday, Rosh Hashanah is going to fall on Sunday evening. We have to light first a memorial candle to have for at least more than 48 hours. So on the second day, you'll be able to light from that candle and not start a new fire, because on Yom Tov we're allowed to use fire from a pre-existing flame. It's very important. That's actually one of the main differences between Yom Tov and Shabbat. So women light candles, they bless for the candles, they light. As usually, Sephardi don't say Shechianu, Ashkenazi say Shechianu. We go to the synagogue, and of course, after that, we do Kiddush. Now, the first day of Rosh Hashanah, the first day of actually of the month of Tishrei, is known as the Day of Judgment, Yom Adin. Yeah, and it's the day when all mankind is judged, and our sages are telling us that many important events occurred in this day. The creation of Adam, the first man, on which the same day he was judged and acquitted. Sarah and Rachel conceived, and God accepted Hannah's prayer in that day, and when she conceived the prophet Shmuel, and Joseph was released from prison, and the servitude of our ancestors ended, yes, ceased in Egypt. And as Hashem gave, had mercy on our forefathers, we hope and pray and believe that He will have mercy also on us. And we go, of course, to the synagogue. There's a custom to bless our children. Of course, there's a custom to bless our children also on Fridays, not specifically only on Rosh Hashanah, but even more so. And on both nights of Rosh Hashanah, we are doing the Kiddush and the blessing Shechianu, who has kept us alive. But as we said already, in the second night, we place a new fruit on the table. This is because the rabbis consider the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah as one long day, and in consequence, one might think that no Shechianu is appropriate for the second day, but by having the fruit on the table, one may record that even if the Shechianu blessing is not needed for the second night, it will apply to the new fruit. It is customary to make like a mini seder, or short prayers associated to blessing over food stuff. And I want to talk a little bit about these things. Not everybody is doing this, but it's a very, very good custom, in my opinion, and it helps us a little bit to go into the atmosphere of Rosh Hashanah. So the first thing that we are eating are tamarim. Yes, of course, we have to check them before, and all the laws. And before we eat this, we say the blessing Borei Priya Etz. Yes, and after that, we are saying a blessing to may it be your will. To eliminate itamu, our enemies, and all those who wish to harm us. Okay, there are many things that we have to say. I'm not going to go over all this, but we're eating dates, we're eating string beans or rubia, and of course before we eat that we say Borei Priya Adama, and then we eat, and then we say what we have to say. Then we eat chives or leeks, karati, okay? Spinach and beet, pumpkin or marrow, pomegranate, apple and honey. Everybody knows the apple and honey, yes. And of course, we put a piece of sweet apple dipped in honey or sugar for our ear to be sweet like honey. Head of fish or head of I don't know, sheep or foal, yes. And of course we say we are saying the blessing שהכל נהיה בדברו, and then that we be as the head and not the tail. Yes, these are the things that we are gonna do in the mini seder. And of course, we need to have a very, very good chazan in the Knesset. Usually for Rosh Hashanah, we change the chazan that we usually have. And many people, before they open the ark and before they hold the Torah, they all buy that. And people are giving sometimes even a lot of money to hold the Torah on Rosh Hashanah. Of course, we have different prayers, yes. And the tradition, what we read, yes, on the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, the portion for the maftir is read from the second scroll, from Numbers chapter 29, 1-6, that talks about, describe the sacrifice offered on Rosh Hashanah in the temple times. The Haftarah for the first day of Rosh Hashanah is Shmuel Aleph. Yes, it tells the story of Hannah that was barren and was ultimately remembered by God and blessed with children. Tradition has it that Hannah was answered on Rosh Hashanah, and for this reason, this is the Haftarah chosen for the day. The parasha describing the binding of Isaac, yes. And the Haftarah, which is taken from Jeremiah chapter 31, tells us the ultimate redemption of Israel. Another thing that we're doing on the first day of Rosh Hashanah is the Shlich. The Shlich we do usually in a place that like flowing water, like a river or sea, or other source of flowing water. Some they say that even the tap water is flowing. So in the synagogue, usually they put like a vessel inside. They put like something that makes the water spread out. We gaze, some they take their pockets out. We have prayer, and we are sort of like throwing our sins into the water that they've been wrapped away and just gone from our lives forever. We only do this of course, in the first day of Rosh Hashanah and not the second. And the morning service, yes, we know, we hear the shofar in the maftir, in the musaf prayer, of course, and we hear the shofar 101 times. Also, women should hear, if they can, the shofar. And of course, after that, we come, we do kiddush, normal, we eat a normal meal. And in the afternoon, we do the shlich. And then, second night comes again, we light candles again from a pre-existing flame, from the candle that I have lit, yes. And we say the same prayers, Shechianu again kiddush. And we start all over again the second day of Rosh Hashanah. May we merit that we will keep all the laws as we need to keep them, and we will really have the merit to be happy on Rosh Hashanah and believe that I did my ishtadlut and Hashem loves me, and He will, as long as I decided to change, even if I know that it's going to take a lot of times and I want to be better, then also Hashem wants me to succeed, and we will all be written in the book of life and in the book of righteous people. I wish you a Shana Tova.